Well, good Monday afternoon to you. It's Dan. I want to welcome you to my home in the sticks. I hope everybody's having a good Monday and a good start to a new week. But I'm here to tell you, in East Central Mississippi, it is dangerously hot today. At about 14:30, 2:30 my time, it hit 100 degrees out here in East Central Mississippi. But I'm here to tell you, with the humidity, right now it's probably 98, 99 degrees. It is just incredibly hot here in East Central Mississippi. Sure enough, gotta watch that heat. Before we get started on this video, I always like to mention that if you are new to the channel, we want to welcome you. And if you returning just to see what old Dan and Skylar got going on over her, we sure enough thank you for coming back. What I want to share with you and y'all today is I'm gonna show you what we've been doing for the last 3 or 4 days. Give me a second and I'm finna show you. Let's start out by showing you what we purchased and planted out. Skylar and I both love flowers. We was like, we need to get some flowers around the home place. So let me show you. We ended up getting us a presidential hibiscus. It's actually starting to come into bloom. And Skylar just actually watered everything. But we got a lot of nice blooms on it. We put it in a pretty big terracotta pot right here by the shop door. And I'm gonna show you another thing. I haven't seen this flower in a while, at least not at any of my local nurseries or the Lowe's or anything like that. Well, maybe they had and I just never saw it. And it's that guy right there. That is a dahlia. And I believe that is it's a mystical illusion or a mystic illusional dahlia. And these are just some sure enough pretty flowers. And we bought 2 plants. This one hasn't come up to, it's got a few buds on it that are gonna bloom, but this is just showing up pretty flower. It's got the dark purple stems on it and the dark green foliage on it. And in full sun, this thing is really nice. And believe it or not, that dahlia is actually considered an annual, but here in my growing zone, which is 8A, it can be a perennial. So we may have to bring it inside when it starts getting cold outside, but hopefully this thing will keep coming back because it actually grows by tubers. We also bought us a Celeste Fig. We haven't put it in the ground yet because it's just been too hot. I'm kind of afraid to transplant this guy actually now because of how hot it's been. It's probably gonna send it into a shock. So we're kind of waiting on a day that's it's overcast and maybe some rain, but this is a Celeste Fig. We're gonna add that to our little orchard over here. I actually have some golden loquats growing over there. I think we're gonna add it in line with the rest of those because we're sure enough trying to get as many fruit trees as we possibly can growing out here. I actually have 2 fig trees. I had 2 fig trees. There's one there amongst all that green bushy growing stuff and one over there. Those fig trees were actually here when I bought the property. They're probably, I don't know, maybe 40, 50-year-old fig trees. It appears that something got into the actual fig tree and started eating it from the inside out. So I actually need to get out there with my chainsaw and cut all that down and probably replant something else out there. All right, got a couple of more things that I want to show you. This is another implement that we bought for the homestead because we got our peas are starting to make, and there's a lot of grass out there. And that's actually my bust on that. I actually put the rows too close together, so it's actually hard to get the handheld tiller in between the rows. So it is what it is on that. We have some peas making. Soon as they get to the point where they're getting close to picking, we're gonna go out there and give you a look, see what those are looking like. But today we purchased a 1-row cultivator. We're gonna get that out the truck later on today. But this 1-row cultivator, I can pull it behind the tractor and we can sure enough run that cultivator in between those rows out there because those are spaced pretty good. And then next year, of course, we're probably going to plant by the width of this cultivator. And when I say that, the rows, we will be able to use the cultivator sure enough in that pea patch without disturbing any of the peas that we planted. Let me show you another thing that I had worked on this weekend. Here is the Covington Planner. I don't have a before picture, but I believe you could probably see that there's 2 shades of red on this planner. There was a large brace that was hooked up or welded here. It ran from here all the way down to here. I want to use that quick hitch on all of my implements, but I couldn't use it on this. This brace was actually in the way. I have a buddy of mine that lives right up the road that is a fantastic welder. I mean, this old boy's got some skills. And I showed it to him. He took some measurements and he actually cut out the brace from in between, put a back brace here, and welded a forward brace here. So now I have room to pick up on this guy right here with this hook on the quick hitch. So that was pretty much a feat in itself. I'm not a welder. He told me he can do it, and he did it. So we need to hook up to that and see how it works. But that's another thing that we actually did this weekend. I am here to tell you, it's pretty bad when your local weatherman tells you that, hey, if you don't have to be outside, just go and stay inside because it's that hot. We hit the upper 90-degree mark several times this weekend, and it was cloudy, humid, and just showing up hot. Let me show you one more thing. We're gonna walk over here to these 16-foot raised beds, and yeah, I'm gonna show you something over there. Look there. We got some black diamond watermelons that are starting to form on the cattle panel trellis. There's quite a few of them. I've been looking. I'm starting to see stink bugs. Look at all these stink bugs out here. And there's one right there. We got quite a few of them. And this is actually growing quite well. It's starting to smother out a lot of grass. It's starting to grow in the actual raised bed. But we're actually growing some black diamond watermelons over here. So pretty happy about that. So y'all, I think we are gonna wrap up today's video. It is hot out here. We got a few things that we need to get done. Was kind of hoping to start doing a lot of stuff once the sun goes down, but it seems like it just gets even hotter around 4:30, 5 o'clock in the afternoon. So again, I hope everybody's having a sure enough good Monday. I hope everybody's being safe on what we got going on in the world today. If you like this video, go on and give it a thumbs up, they help. If you haven't subscribed to the Homestead channel, Lord of mercy, y'all need to come on over here, give old Dan a look, because I'm always doing stuff. With that being said, you know it's coming, Dan. Reference sure enough, always gonna say it. Don't let nobody dull your shine.
Wait, hold
and
on.
I mean nobody. You sure enough get your shine on, get your sweat on, get your grow on. And Dan will see you and y'all in the next video.